And hello and welcome everyone to today's webinar, How to Close More Sales with Good Shuffle Pro. As you know, we offer you a lot of tools and functions here on Good Shuffle Pro to help you move through the sales process. But let me highlight a few options that you may not have explored yet, or just to give a quick refresher. So let me just set up my screen share here. There we go. So one of the first things that we offer here on Good Shuffle Pro is, of course, the dashboard. This allows you to get a quick eagle-eye view on every status of your project that's coming up within a given date range. So we can select next 14 days. We can even filter down by other date filters, even specific statuses. So let's say if you're interested in just closing sales, you might just want to see all new projects and all quotes sent. So things that haven't been confirmed yet or haven't been paid for yet that you want to follow up with your clients about. So I can see that I've already got a few projects that are already supposed to be going underway. So I'll probably go ahead and check in with those. And I can easily do that just by clicking the project name, and it'll open up in a new tab here. Also in this dashboard, we've got the due balances, and hopefully, folks, you don't have $500, almost $600,000 in due balances, but this will certainly give you the quick jump start you need. If you see a huge number here, you know that you got to jump into these projects. Like I've got 32 pages worth of due balances here. So that's telling me and telling my team that we need to go in and we need to close some of these sales to get this number down to a more reasonable amount. We also have this intuitive sales chart, so we can even filter down by sales office if we want to check how our various offices are performing. But this is the general report of all of your locations. So I can see here I've got a huge swell in new projects from December 2018 to about now to March 2018. So that's letting me know that I need to go back and revisit all of these new projects. I've got 237 projects, which are sitting at around $700,000 worth of revenue that could be lining my pockets right now. So I'll probably go back into my project list, and we'll dive into that in just a little bit. We could also see the frequency of our lost projects and quote sent and action needed projects. But in terms of closing sales, you'll probably just be interested in these top two, making sure you can actually turn these into signed contracts so you can get some payments in. I could also take a look here and see we've got a bit of a lull here between March and April 2019. So that's going to let my team know and let me know that we might want to go back to our archived projects from last year in our project list from March and April 2018 and see if any clients want to revive or revisit any of their previous projects. And folks, as I'm going along here, if you've got any questions, please feel free to enter them into the chat. I'll be more than happy to chat with you either during the session today or maybe once we have the recording finished. There's a lot of other reports we've got here on the dashboard, but in terms of closing sales, I would say it'll be best if we jump into our project list and we can use some of our intuitive custom columns to help find out how we can best close some of these sales. So one of the first things I might do is I might look in my quote sent column here. So you can click the status, and this is showing me all of my open quote projects in the quote sent status. So I can also take a look here, and I can see with this custom column, and folks, just if you haven't seen it yet, you can add custom columns by clicking this blue circle here in the top right of your project list, and this will give you a lot of intuitive options that you can drag and drop to create your own custom project list, and all of the members of your team can actually create their own column list with whatever they need. So if you have a salesperson, you might have the due balances and the quote total, the amount due, and the billing statuses prominently up at the front. And if you've got a warehouse team member, they might want to know about logistics start, like what's coming up, any conflict alerts and stuff like that. So you can drag and drop and really make it your own. But for now, I've got this last quote sent column here, and this is giving me the exact information I need. I'm seeing that a lot of these projects have not been sent a quote in 2018 yet, and that's letting me know that I need to revisit and go ahead and send these quotes out to the client to see if they still want to move forward with them so I can get a signature on these projects. So just as an example, I'm going to head into this project right here. And if I head into the Messages tab here in the top right, and then click to Client, I can see that this message has been delivered, and you folks might have seen this already, but just as a reminder, if you click the More button, you can see if it's been delivered, which it has been on November 14th, 2018, but it has not been read yet by the client. Anytime your client opens and reads the quotes or any message that you send them from Good Shuffle Pro, the system will be BCC'd, and it'll keep track of when it's been last delivered and what's been last read here in the messaging tab. So this is telling me that I probably want to give my client a reminder. Maybe they haven't had a chance to review this quote yet. So I'm going to go and send the quote to the client. And again, I can customize this text to whatever makes more sense for me, like just a reminder. Did you want to proceed? Or whatever salesy language you want to use. And I know I've mentioned this to a few folks this week, but you could always upload any photos or attach any other files, such as design documents or any other materials that you need to send along with your quotes when you're first sending along to your client. So here we go. I'm going to send along to my clients. So it's been added in the Messages tab here. So I can see that it's been sent. That's perfect. And here in my email, I can see that I've got a new quote. So I've opened it here on my end, and if I head back into the project with a quick refresh, and I head to the Client tab, I can see that it's been last read today at 1:08, which is the current time on the East Coast. So again, giving you a live update of everything that's going on with the project. So when I click View Quote, and this is just a reminder of how easy it is for your client to sign and pay online. They can view the quote, they can view the items, everything looks great. Click I approve. And now they can view all your terms and conditions, looks great, so thorough, I love it. They can easily sign online. And they can do this via tablet, mobile device, and of course on desktop. Works absolutely great. Cool. So now if my client clicks make payments, they'll easily be able to enter their credit card information, or they can decide to pay through ACH. And just to let you know, folks, at every step of the project, when the client signs and also when the client pays, an email is being sent out both to myself and to my client that this action has taken place, just so we can all keep tabs of everything that's happening within the project. Here we go. Just pulling out my test information here, so I can click to add a credit card. I can add in my name here. And I can add in my totally legitimate and not fake at all credit card number. I'm just kidding, folks. Do not try to use this to pay your rent, because you will have a bad month. So I can add in all this FACO inventory here. It's one too many numbers, so I can click Add Card. And I can also choose to keep this card on file. But as soon as I click Confirm Payments, an email is being sent both to myself as the client and as the vendor that the payment has taken place. And all these updates are happening in real time here on the project with the client signing. And when I head into the billing tab, I see it's not paid. So it's that easy to turn a project from a quote sent into a contract signed. Also here on the logs, just quickly, we can also keep tabs of when the client is signed and when they've authorized payments. And here in the files is where we're going to keep every version of the contract that we've sent along to the client. So here on the project list, there's a couple more things we could do. Let's say I want to just see all of my new and quote sent projects, or things that haven't been signed and haven't been paid for, rather. I want to see the most valuable, or the highest price of these quotes or these proposals. So I can filter down. I can see that I've got almost $1 million, almost $1 million in quote totals, and that's telling me that I probably want to jump on some of these and make sure that we're actually sending these quotes along, and we're getting these payments made. If I filter down just by quote total, I can see I've got a few bigger numbers here, such as this wedding one for almost $15,000, and this is going to help me identify which projects I might want to revisit, because if it's just a $10 and $70 project, or $10.70 project, I may not need to rekindle that as much. I might just mark that project as lost. And just so you know, folks, it's super easy to mark projects as lost. Just click in, and if a project's not moving forward for whatever reason, just click the project status and then click lost. So those are a few quick tips on how to close more sales here in Good Shuffle Pro. If you have any questions, go ahead and enter them into the chat. If not, I'm going to turn off the recording, and we'll see you folks next week for our next weekly webinar. I also want to let you know that Karen's got some great webinars coming up, and if any folks have want to participate in those, there's going to be more of open demos that she'll have, so you can hop in and ask any questions during the demo. But if you have any questions about how to move through your trial or how to move through your account, you can go ahead and send us a message in the chat bubble in the bottom right-hand corner of the screen in Good Shuffle Pro. And I also want to mention, folks, for the month of March, we are offering a $150 referral bonus. That's up from our original $100 referral bonus. So it's special just for March. If you've got a friend that would love Good Shuffle Pro, send them our way. And if they sign up for a demo, we will send them we'll send you rather a $150 Amazon gift card. If you have any questions about that, just shoot us a message in the chat bubble, and we'll be more than happy to discuss the details. Once again, thanks for joining me here today, folks, and we'll see you next week. Thanks. Bye.